Hello and welcome to Lord Lukan. It's time to push pineapple and grind coffee, cause 90 Day Last Resort is gonna agger your do. There'll be some fisticuffs.
I will punch you in the face if you
Bring it on.
Then we play Hide the Serviette.
I do love you, Michael, with all my heart.
And Kalani can see the future.
A bunch of weird about to happen.
Guten Tag, Schweier, and a wee dram of schnapps by the fire for those who have subscribed, you beautiful people, and a spot in the sauna for those members of the Lukan Manor. So then, those of you with your hands around the throat of reality TV will have heard of 90 Day Last Resort, a show where they try and squeeze out the last of the entertainment pulp from some of your 90-day favourites, all under the guise of those relationship boot camp type shows. And the first rule of Shite Club is...
The first step is to be honest with each other.
Oh, we're screwed. Well, thanks for watching. But no, that's not the end. It's time for a breaking news story.
A man had a close encounter with a whale here in our area.
Oh my God.
And so the show kicks off and we get a look at an old bearded dragon. Ha! You thought I was going to cut to something about Angela, didn't you? Silly sausage. No, I was going to go a little bit higher brow than that. In fact, if you look really closely, I mean, you have to get quite close to see it, but if you look here, you see that? Look really closely. Angela's back, and she may look like someone left their Barbie on the heater for too long, but she's here for business. Time also for the rest of the cast to arrive, and first it's Ed and Liz. If these two were jewellery, Liz would be a ring stuck in her same old loop, and Ed would be a necklace. Anyway.
We're here.
And there's the Isla Bella in the Florida Keys. It's a pretty nice place where the 2 weeks they'll be staying would set us mere mortals back around $7,000, which is just for an averagely priced 2-bed guest room. A single Saturday night in September? Well, that's just 1,069 of your lovely American land dollars, please, which is pretty standard for that area. So Ed and Liz arrive at the hotel, and the first thing that comes out of Ed's mouth is...
Is the ocean heated?
Yep, everyone out of the water. It's doing jokes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Just
And Liz is all, yeah, I'm with this dickhead. And don't you just hate it when you go on holiday and forget stuff? Well, Ed forgot to pack his neck and Liz forgot to pack her bum.
Just needs your photo ID.
okay.
Both of ours?
Yes.
Oh dear, Mr. Front Desk isn't vibing with them very much. And no, don't worry, the fact he pointed at you and said ID didn't mean a thing. And while the two get frisked prison style in a back office, they do an intro.
From San Diego, California. I'm 57 years old and
Part-time potato, the kind of guy that uses being a photographer to come onto women. Actually, I wonder if he's taken down those pictures I put on his Yelp listing. Nope. My little pictures are still greeting people. Good job. So, for this show, the storyline is...
I'm still engaged, but we have
a contractual obligation to live out whatever scenes are required in perpetuity.
a barrel full of issues that we have to overcome.
You'd think Ed would avoid any comparison with a barrel, really, wouldn't you? But he does, and then he does this for a few seconds. So what happened? Liz seemed adamant that it was all over as she skipped out of New York after the tell-all, and now they're doing that dysfunctional couple who publicly overcompensate in a really cheesy way thing. Liz is curious as to how long it'll last.
Tell you piss me off, but how long do you think that'll be?
Well, I wouldn't bother unpacking if I were you. But Big Ed says...
30 minutes?
A bit ambitious, but hey, let's see how we go. Ed gives us the rundown on what happened after the tell-all.
We didn't communicate for 2 weeks.
Ah, so a whole 2 weeks? Yeah, good job, Liz.
I recently had shoulder surgery and you can't move.
Oh, I see. The old, damn it, I seem to be totally helpless and need you routine. Okay then, so I guess you just couldn't do anything at all without your shoulder. Sure, and I know, there'll be someone who'll want to tell me they had their shoulders blown off in Vietnam, and that it's actually all a bit painful, but this is Big Ed we're talking about, and you know it's an excuse to get his meals cooked and get her to bathe Little Ed, and Liz's expression is somewhere between, I can't believe I did that, and I can't believe I fell for that.
She was able to be there, to really take care of me.
But just think of the paycheck, Liz. And it's only 2 weeks.
That's probably the best part of our fights.
Is the makeup sex.
Is the makeup sex.
Yeah.
No way a 2-second bounce on a furry space hopper is going to be all that amazing. But if the standard they set is, it's better than arguing, then pretty much anything is better. I find washing up more pleasurable than arguing. Doesn't mean I want to chuck my fairy liquid everywhere.
That's disgusting.
So Ed and Liz go and check out the resort. And we ask the question, what would it look like if the borrowers discovered Instagram?
Oh,
That's actually a totally normal sized door. So while Ed and Liz go to find a bar, we say hello to these two, Asuelu and Kalani, who are prepared to
work hard and figure things out.
Yeah. Good old enthusiastic Asuelu. You never see him get excited about anything. Wow! Okay, well, maybe jumping in the sea is one thing that excites him. I have a feeling that even if you bought him a Happy Meal, he'd be stoked for the afternoon. It's funny that of him and the kids, he's the first one to run streaming into the sea, while his mum wonders if she should have frisked him for Pokemon cards before he got wet. Next couple is Yara and Jovi.
Stupid.
And since I've seen them, they've got an addition to the family.
We have a beautiful baby girl. Her name is Mila.
You know what else is called Mila? Those funny little bags people get their medication in. Anyway, their issue is that she doesn't like the US anymore and wants to go back to Europe. Whereas he wants to stay in the US and thinks that if she leaves, she won't come back. But who wouldn't want to come back to someone who's so understanding, self-aware, and humble?
Maybe you'll finally realize you're wrong.
Yeah, can't imagine why your relationships don't work out.
I like to keep my problems private, so...
So you thought you'd got an international TV show that focuses on your private life. Genius. Although I forgot how difficult this guy is to watch.
It's going to be harder for me, maybe, than it is for most, but we'll see how it goes.
Of course it is, because your issues are way more complicated than other people's issues. You must be some sort of martyr to romance. But I think the editor had a short tolerance for him as we spin back to Asuelu, who's going to tell us what he loves about his wife.
Because how she have a nice personality.
That's the most pedestrian grade 7 answer ever. That's verging on something you'd say to someone you're friend-zoning. But Kalani's no fool. She's got her own explanation.
He liked my titties, that's the real answer.
I'm liking Kalani so far. So what's the issue with this couple?
We've had a lot of issues with infidelity.
Ah, I see. We've been putting our penises somewhere we shouldn't have been, have we? But Asuelu has nothing at all to worry about and is totally calm about the whole thing. And while he blubbed into his big boy shorts, there's another arrival at the resort. And it's none other than the godmother of 90 Day. She reminds me of an old car that someone tried to do up by just adding some new wing mirrors.
Hi. Hi, welcome to Alabama.
And Angela has entered the building.
Are you traveling alone today?
Yeah, alright, don't rub it in. The single glass of champagne you had waiting for it probably give it away. But poor old Barbara on the front desk, she didn't realise she actually said, "Tell me your whole life story."
I'm married, but my husband was in Nigeria.
That's the thing about older women at any kind of kiosk, queue or checkout. You go over a 2-syllable response and you've opened yourself for all kinds of strangers' trauma dumping on you. If you're in a slow queue near one, you know it's only a matter of time before you get, "It's a bit slow in here today." And you better keep your response to a single-syllable grunt. Go so far as, "Oh, yeah." Then according to the Avon Book of Old Lady Rules, you've engaged in conversation and therefore have the desire for crazy, moderately racist worldviews and an intimate medical history.
In 3 years.
Also an older lady thing, they reinforce parts of a sentence with exaggerating their mouth movements and looking all weird at you.
3 years.
But you usually know that's your cue to say something that sounds like you've been listening. And Barbara's got that one nailed.
Oh, wow.
Good job. But she's not finished yet. There's a few bits of blatantly obvious she hasn't inquired into yet.
So are you here for the couple retreat?
What the hell else would I be at a couple's retreat for? Yeah, I just like the atmosphere. So, bog standard Barbara gives generic sounding response number 23.
Yes, I
Oh,
am.
how nice.
Yes.
I've got to say that Andrew has at least got one foot in reality and is under no pretenses about the project.
I don't know if a bunch of professionals can help our relationship.
And she's certainly not shy around the studs on the resort.
Well, you're a nice looking man. Are you married?
Nope.
You're not?
Put him down. I don't think he wants to see your faulty towers.
Nope.
And now a tip in negotiating dialogue with older women, starring Manuel. Don't forget the first rule, Manuel. Keep it to one-syllable grunts or non-verbal gestures.
My husband's in Nigeria.
Oh, here we go. Life story for the 3rd time today. Come on, Manuel. Remember your training.
I see.
No, Manuel, that's 3 syllables. That's enough to...
And he's cheated on me, and that's why I'm here for therapy, couples therapy.
And then this happens.
That's too bad.
Manuel, what did I say about 3 syllables? Oh, no.
For him. And hopefully I'll know if I'm going to make it or not because I'm at my last rope.
One Manuel later, and Angela's reflecting on her thoughts.
You know, doing this couples retreat without Michael here, it's going to be hard.
Well, yeah, couples retreats generally work best for couples or schizophrenics. But we've seen those funny iPad on stick things they've got, so we know Michael will be gracing us with his presence in good time. Why did they end that bit with a shot of her hoo-ha? I didn't need to see that. And while I stumble around for some eyewash, let's go back to see Big Ed and Liz again. And Big Ed says this.
I have a lot of family there. I mean, it's going to be very interesting.
Oh, so he got his way in the end. He wanted to move them off to be near his family, and for her to not be working at a restaurant company she was offered partner at. It did also sound like he was plugging the next season of Dickhead Goes to Arkansas. But Liz has been told, Liz totally independently of anybody else's gaslighting, thinks that it's all her idea because...
He is the best version of himself.
Right, so he's a total arsehole except for when he's around his family. Therefore, the obvious thing to do would be to move to Arkansas so he'll be less of a prick. But no, that dead horse has a bit more flogging in it. So Liz lists the things he needs to change.
I need you to behave. I need you to stop talking to girls or flirting.
And it keeps going so long, they end up back at the studio.
Ed reaching out to his ex or being on a dating profile.
And she's totally not convinced that Ed will be able to sustain the good man act.
Yeah, I'm scared Ed will cheat on me.
It's quite sad, really. It's evolved into the cheating equivalent of Jurassic Park.
I'm just so used to him finding a way to push me aside.
But Ed's super amazing senses are picking up on something.
I can sense that you don't trust me.
Whoa, mind reading Ed. However, did you pick up on that?
I can just feel that.
It's all about the feels.
Like I want you to feel in your heart that you can trust me.
Yeah, it'll be fine. 2 weeks of all you can drink and a little orchestrated chaos will fix that, no worries. Although perhaps Liz sees an end to the relationship of ons and offs.
It makes it easier to say goodbye if I don't move with him.
Which is totally news to Big Little Ed.
This is news.
He probably thought he'd won this one and had the Arkansas move in the bag, and has been taken by surprise at the amount of control he doesn't have anymore.
I don't even know if I'm going to Arkansas.
And we'll find out more in the next episode, when we get crabs. And Angela shows us the dodgy stains on her iPad. Disturbing. So then, you wonderful individual, it's been a pleasure to please you for this little time, and I hope to see you again. And why not take a little look at one of the other little videos from the Lord Lukan channel. So until next time, stay beautiful, love to my 3, you take care of yourself.